Hey warrior princesses, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Kiora inspired makeup tutorial. Kiora is the merfolk planeswalker for Magic the Gathering, and I was very excited to do this look. I came across this idea spur of the moment last night and I thought that I could pull it off. And I think I did a pretty decent job. I am by no means an expert makeup artist or artist in general. I can barely draw a straight line, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And I didn't do a true to Kiora tutorial because I tried and it didn't go well. You'll see in the video, I'll show you everything, but I think that I really like how it did turn out. I'm very excited for you guys to see how I got this look. If you like looks like this, if you like videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. If you want to see how I got this, stick around and we'll get right into it. Alright, to start, I blended a little bit of paint with my lightest foundation. It's my Becca Full Coverage Foundation. And I am doing this just to even out my skin, give myself a really good canvas for all the products that I'm going to be using, mostly the paints, because paints tend to cling to any and everything, so I just wanted to have a really smooth base down. It's kind of like priming my face for the paint I'm going to be using. Excuse my dress, I could not get it zipped by myself, and this is the dress that I wanted to wear. This is what I wanted to be like my outfit for this, so sorry about that. Okay, and so here you'll see me actually applying paint. This is blue mixed with a little bit of white. I have a dark blue face paint. It's I believe it's the Graftobian Pro Paint. And I just kind of dotted that around my face in the darkest areas. And I am taking a beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that out. And I do have to keep soaking my beauty blender with water or spritzing my face. So if you see me do that throughout this video, it's because trying to get the paint to be a little bit more malleable. But like as I said, I'm just blending this in the darkest areas around my face. Spritz with water and then going back in. And just doing that until I get what I want. And then I'm taking more white than blue in this really light pale blue color, and I'm just putting it in all of the areas of my face that would be lighter if I were naturally blue. And then just taking that same beauty blender and just blending that out. Because I want it to look more like skin than paint. So. And then sometimes I'll also dip my sponge into the paint. I have a little paper plate in front of me that I was mixing things on, and you'll see that I sometimes dip my sponge into something, and it's that, and I just rub it on my face, and then I'm bringing this down my neck. Obviously, I don't want to have just like a mask on. I want it to look like it's part of my, body, so. And then next I went in with the eyebrows because I was getting a little bit frustrated with the whole face makeup thing. I took this NYX gel eyeliner pencil in this teal shade and I just lined my eyebrows with it. Okay, now I'm taking like that little bit darker and I'm just going back in and applying this in layers because that's how you have to work with paint, especially if you want it to like blend it out. and I'm just getting this all around the base of my face. It's a mixture of both white, blue, and dark green to kind of try and get this like teal color. And I'm just using a flat foundation brush for this. I find it applies paint the best, as opposed to like a buffing brush or something I would put, or I would use for my makeup walk. And this is where I insert that green. So you saw it a little bit there, but I just kind of did a layer of green and over the top of this just to kind of give it more of a teal look as opposed to being solid blue. And I thought it really helped to bring everything together. So this does take time. It takes layers to get the right pigmentation without looking streaky. So if you are doing this, make sure you have time to do it. Okay, there I just took some like straight blue paint mixed with nothing else, and I kind of contoured my face with it, or at least carved out that side of my face that would be a little bit darker than the rest of my face. And this paint is non-toxic, it's water-based, so if some does get somewhere and you're kind of freaking out, don't worry. Probably won't make your stomach feel too great, you might poop funny colors, but for the most part, you'll be fine. I mean, I wouldn't suggest eating it or anything, but you know. Now I'm just taking a little bit of a dark blue eyeshadow. This is in my BH Cosmetics Modern Mattes palette, and I'm using that dark blue color to carve out my nose. Contour. Kiora has a very sharp nose. And then I'm just taking a little bit of like a teal color, something that matches my skin tone a little bit, and using that to buff out that contour. Unfortunately, that teal comes off a little bit darker on my skin because it's being layered than I would have liked. So I'm kind of just buffing that pretty much everywhere, all under my eye and around my nose, just kind of blending that out. Now I'm taking this e.l.f. Cosmetics contour brush and I'm taking the dark blue powder. That's not powder, it's an eyeshadow. A dark blue eyeshadow, and I'm using that to carve out my cheekbones. And just contour with the shade. Like, this looks messy and crazy before it starts to look good, which for me was frustrating, but you know, it works out. Then I took a lime green eyeshadow and I used that as my blush shade. I thought this would be really fun and cool, and it did turn out really well. Now I'm taking a different NYX eyeliner pencil. This one is more greeny teal than blue teal, if that makes any sense. And I'm just using this to line my waterline of my eyeballs. And excuse me, I was doing this kind of like a savage, but I was having a little bit of trouble getting that to attach to my eyes because of the paint. And as you can see, I created a spot, so I'm just going to go in with my buffing brush. And this is where I tried and attempted to create the jewel at the top of her head, and I did not like how it turned out. Obviously there are a lot more steps to this, but this did not look right. I was vibing with it. It was off center. It was a struggle. I was having a difficult time because my hand was getting in front of my face a lot. So I decided to just take this part off. I decided that this did not look right. I needed more practice with stuff like this. So I just took some water on a paper towel and I just wiped it off, which is the best part about using this particular kind of paint. If you make a mistake or if something doesn't come out the way you want it to, you can just take some water and a paper towel and wipe it off. As you can see, I did not fully wipe it off because I actually kind of liked how the dark red and dark blue and kind of like black shades outlined my eyes. So I took some paint and I just covered the parts that needed to be covered.
and I kept the outline of my eyes. So something good did come of this, but that was a hot mess, guys. It was a struggle and a hot mess, and I did not like how it turned out. If you were better at art than me, then maybe you could do the jewel at the top of her head. I tried and failed, so there you have it. Next, I'm going to take these fishnet stockings that I don't think I've ever really worn, and I'm just going to put them over my head like I'm a bank robber. Really, really trendy, guys. And I'm just going to use the fishnet stockings to create scales on my face, and I'm using a multitude of different colors for this. A mauvey dark pink, some purple, some dark blue, some teal, so a mixture of different colors just to kind of create the scales. And this is not a new trick by any means. I actually saw this a few years ago. Makeup artists do this when I was doing roller derby. She used a pair of stockings to create kind of like tracks on somebody's face, like somebody got run over by another roller skater, and it was really cool. And then I've seen a couple of mermaid tutorials where somebody uses stockings to help create scales. So this is by no means innovative, but if you ever wonder how to do it and don't want to watch the other people because you watch me, this is how I got the scales. And so I'm taking this lime green color on my cheeks where I would do blush and like highlight, etc., really above that contour. And as you can see, I did like a pink and a green and a dark blue at the top of my head, and then I'm doing like the same color combination near my chin area, the bottom of my face on this side. And then I took a dark blue overlay of the lime green because the lime green didn't show up too great on my skin by itself, but putting this blue on top of the lime green kind of made the scales pop a little bit more. So and see how the outline kind of helps. And then some of them get a little blurred, but that's okay. Oh, and I'm taking a bit of the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collaboration eyeshadow. It's the electric yellowy green color, and I am putting that all over my eyelid, and I did take that down the bridge of my nose to highlight that area. This is the only color that is going on my eyelid. I'm just using my finger because it's the best tool for ColourPop eyeshadows. And this is in her Where the Night Is collaboration, but you can purchase this separately if you want to, or you can just use whatever lime green eyeshadow you have available to you. So there you have it. And then I just took a little bit of that teal color right on my under eye a little bit because I got a little bit of the that lime, well, electric yellow on my under eye a little bit. And then I have this amazing idea that I would put scales on my eyelids. So I am just taking the fishnet stockings, and I am mostly concentrating this on the outer corner where you would normally have your darkest transition shade. And I am just pressing this powder into this area to really define these scales. And I think it came out really nicely, so that's cool. Now I'm using the LA Girl lipstick. It's this dark blue color, and I'm just putting that on my lips. And I think it ties everything together very nicely. I was surprised by this lipstick because I have a CoverGirl one that is not as pigmented and doesn't stay on my lips that well, and I was like, well, I don't want to use that one, so I tried this one and I was very happy with it. So that same color pencil that I used for my eyebrows, just touched up my eyebrows a little bit. I lined my lips with it just a little bit to kind of, I don't know, add some sparkle. And then I just took the pencil that I used on my under eye just to deepen that. Brought you in a little bit closer because I am going to apply false eyelashes. I really think that with looks like this, false eyelashes are key. If I put mascara on my eyelashes, you would not be able to see them. Case in point. This is just to prep my eyelashes for false lashes. Make them a little bit darker, bring them up a little bit, lift them as you would. But like, as of right now, it looks like I don't have eyelashes when I like look at you. And these are just like Ardell W Wispy lashes. They're not anything fancy. I got them at CVS, so. And you actually get to see me applying them, which I'm no expert at applying lashes. Like, I struggle with lashes so much. Oh, this is the point at which Sai was deciding that the back of my dress was his favorite toy. He was biting at the zipper at the back of my dress. So that's why I was like, get off of me. But I'm just struggling to get this eyelash on. And the struggle continues, but it turns out okay. Sometimes you gotta struggle to get to, you know, your end goal. But I just think this look gets really pulled together by like false eyelashes. And you can get really inexpensive false lashes and just take your time with them. They're kind of difficult if you're not entirely sure what you're doing, which that's me. Somebody who wings it. Get it? Because makeup, wing. Alright, next. That is the finished face. And now I'm just going to finish up my body. I did not want to leave my chest and shoulder area bare for this because I thought it looked kind of funny. So I just put paint, the same combination that I did for my face, that blue, white, green combination, all over my chest area. And as you see now, it's a little bit more blue. I think I add green in a little bit later. Yeah, there. It's a little more green. Just to get that teal color, kind of like the ocean, you know, because she's a mermaid person. Technically, she's not a mermaid, she's a merfolk, but. And this is pretty self-explanatory. You just, you know, put this on your chest. And then I just use the sponge to kind of buff it out just a little bit, press it into my skin, make it look a little bit less streaky. And this is just a Real Techniques blending sponge, nothing fancy. Also, this can be kind of difficult to do on your own, so if you have a partner or a mom or somebody who can help you, ask for that help, honey, because getting like this back area of your body can be kind of difficult. Like, you can see a little bit of my skin peeking through at some of the front facing shots. And like, maybe you want like the back area of your back as well. Or help with the stockings, like any of those things. Get some help. Somebody will give you a hand. And, like, you can see a little bit of my skin peeking on this, I think it's the left side. I don't know directions, but if I had somebody to help me, it would have been a little bit easier to reach those areas. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Fierce AF. If you like this look, please like this video. Don't forget to check out some of my other tutorials, my other videos. If you have any suggestions, leave them in a comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.
This is what I look like today. My eyes are puffy. Some may say I'm hungover, some may say I'm sick. I just feel like shit.